I suppose I should go on to the hentai that I recommended.
Okay.
Which is a little bit of a curveball because I got the category name something that awoke something in you. So I took that as a hentai that has a pretty something I wouldn't usually watch, but then I watched it and I was like, I don't know why I kind of fuck with that.
So do you want to explain the basic premise of the show?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the name again.
I think it's called Sakusei
Byoto.
Sakusei Byoto.
Oh, Byoto, yeah. So,
which means semen collection hospital.
What is the word for semen again?
Se.
okay.
Yeah,
It's like
Saku
collection.
is collect.
Oh my god.
Se is semen, and Byoto is a hospital building.
Wow,
Jesus
you
Christ.
learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So
Another word to not remember.
yeah. So I'd say this is a simple, pretty easy premise. You know, you have a guy who has this weird ass medical condition. it's this weird ass medical condition. I don't. They didn't really.
This is the average Twitter user.
Yeah, the average Twitter user. So like. You know, okay, in Speed, people have seen Speed where there's this bus, right? But if this bus goes below 50 miles an hour, the bus will explode.
Yeah.
So imagine that with a guy's dick, okay? So
He doesn't jack off every 3 hours or something?
And his balls literally explode.
so I don't know why. I don't know if this probably is not. I really hope this isn't a real medical condition.
No, of course it is not, God. Of course it is not real.
But yeah, this guy has a medical condition where if he doesn't ejaculate every 3 or so hours, then his nuts will explode. Literally just and I assume the hospital will explode with him. I don't know. I don't know if the severity of the explosion.
Dies.
Yeah. He'll probably just die.
And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's an easy solution.
Yeah.
He can just jack off every 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, they've figured out that plot hole by breaking both of his hands.
Yeah.
He's in this hospital and he just has no hands.
Yeah.
He has nuts that are about to explode and 2 broken casted hands, so he can't do anything.
Yeah, and the closer he gets to the 3 hours, the more searing pain his nuts are in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a ticking time bomb.
serious.
He's so whiny the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a bitch the whole time.
He was a little bitch.
Yeah.
But so the main premise of this is, of course, he has to get the nurses to take care of this condition for him.
Sure.
You know? And we've seen some variations of this hentai before, I feel. You know, you have like a nurse whose job it is to take care of a medical condition, and then they get a little frisky. The nurse starts liking him maybe, but no. This one, the nurse hates the job. She hates him. And you think, okay, maybe in the end she starts enjoying it. She starts turning around. Maybe she sees a side of the guy that she starts no. She hates him from beginning to end, and she is not afraid to say how disgusting this fucking boy is.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I got it. I saw this, and I remember watching this. I was waiting for the turn. You know, I was waiting for the emotional turn that we've seen with the girl.
Yeah.
And it's it just never happens.
Yeah.
So this main girl just has to basically make him... Poor nurse.
Yeah.
Not getting paid nearly enough.
Yeah.
Has to make him ejaculate.
Yeah.
So again, this was another one where I was initially confused, right? And I'm still a bit confused where...
Right.
I watched all 3 episodes, by the way.
Oh, really?
I only really liked the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched the first episode and I was waiting for the turn and I was like, oh, this is the thing that made something awoke in Garn. And all I thought at the end of episode 1 was, are you okay, Garn?
No. I kind of get it.
I don't get it at all.
I get it.
Really?
I'm going to speak for Garn here.
All right.
I don't know what it is.
Your Honor.
I don't know if Garn has this too.
Right.
There is something kind of attractive about how she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's the disgust at which she shows is kind of attractive. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
Thank you. I was afraid I was going to get clowned up, but something about just the disgust and not having the turn, I was like, I don't know why.
And again, in real life, I would absolutely despise this because in real
Right.
life, I just it's gross.
Yeah.
I think it's vile
sure.
because
Yeah.
if they don't like me, I'm not into it in real life. But
Yeah.
in the show, the way it's portrayed, I can understand. Again, I wouldn't jack off to it, but I understand that you would find that attractive.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
I watched this and I'm like, wow, this what a bitch. I'm like,
Wait,
I thought the guy was a bitch, and I'm like, everyone in this show is a bitch.
You didn't watch episode 2 or 3, did you?
No.
Okay,
She was actually the nicest.
She was the nicest.
No,
She was the
I
nice
remember
one.
because at the end of episode 1, when she leaves,
Yeah.
she's like, I'm actually one of the few nurses that's quite tolerable. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it gets worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
it gets worse.
Dude, so
Yeah.
it like opens up, right? And she's like, oh, fine. So she like jacks him off, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Scene ends.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I need to pee. I can't pee. And then it's like so
Yeah.
pathetic and
It's
so
so
weird.
pathetic.
And then he's like, I'm done peeing. And she like goes to the toilet and holds his pee up.
Yeah.
Help him pee. And he's like, but I want to come.
I wanna
too."
nut.
And she's like, oh my God, fine. And she's like, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. And he does it and whatever.
Yeah.
And it goes like fucking everywhere. And then later on, for some reason, I don't know why, it kind of escalates. And then she is willing to do it with her mouth. I don't know why.
No,
Yeah.
it's because he's like, I've jacked off so much in my life that I need something stronger.
Yeah, I need more sensation.
Oh,
I need
right,
more
right,
sensation.
right.
I need to level up, and she's just like, "Fuck you."
And he's literally beggars cannot be choosers, bro.
Yeah.
You do not get to decide.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Just like there's like a kind of like Dojin series, which is like that this really reminds me of.
Is it the panties one?
Yeah, like I can't remember the full name, but it's just like I make a disgusted face while I show you my panties or something like that.
Yeah.
And normally it's just like a series of images, but this is the only hentai I've seen that has perfectly captured the energy of this one Dojin series where
It became an anime, right?
Yeah, it did become an anime. Yeah, and the whole premise of this anime is that for some reason the girls have to it's actually like a POV. It's a POV anime. So it's done so it's almost like you are talking to this girl and you're trying to convince this girl to show her panties to you, right? And then the premise is you convince her to do it, she shows it, and she's just disgusted at you this entire
she hates
time.
it.
Yeah, and I feel like this for some reason, this hentai, this one episode, the entire episode is just, I feel like it must be based on this Dojin series.
I thought for a split second, because I also thought up of that show as well, because it definitely gave off the same vibes, and I'm like, is there a possibility that it's done by the same author?
Yeah.
And I looked it up and it wasn't, but I was like, it must have been like, I guess this is like a genre that I never knew about and that people are into. And I'm like, all right,
It was also insanely well animated.
It was.
Like, it was.
Like there's a scene.
I'll give it that.
There's a scene where like they do it and then she like cleans herself out and it's insanely well animated for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But also there's a scene in this that happens about halfway through where the nurse is kind of talking shit about having to do this.
Yeah.
And he's outside listening. And then he walks in, he's like, hey, why are you saying bad things about me? Yeah, well, you don't like doing it? And she's like, I literally have told you every single time I fucking hate you. And it's like, what do you want from her? She is a nurse who has to jack you off.
No, I remember the exact thing he said. He was like, I don't feel good because you don't feel good about doing this. And I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Bro.
Dude, this is your affliction. She is not getting paid enough to do this.
Yeah.
She just does not want to do this. I imagine she's a medical professional who now has to apparently become a pseudo prostitute because your dick don't work.
Yeah.
I think that's why. I think that's kind of why this worked. I feel like this would have worked less if she was just like a bitch.
Yeah,
to
it would have been just annoying.
Yeah,
I think.
if she was just a bitch to someone who was just not doing anything wrong. But I was like looking at this guy, seeing this fucking beta, being like, this isn't enough. Can you like give me more?
Yeah, it's like, bro, what do you expect?
Yeah, and it's like, bro, come on. And like her just being like, I hate you. You are disgusting. You are a pathetic worm. And I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I'll give it that. Like, because the guy was such a bitch boy, like, I felt for the girl, and it made it be like, yeah, girl, fucking don't take shit from this guy.
Yeah.
But like,
maybe I should empathize more with the guy with a 3-hour dick limit and broken hands.
He can take what he's given. Like, oh, my dick's not sensitive enough to come with you, like jacking me off. I'm like, bro, come on. You're like,
I'm hungry and you get food, and they're like, actually, could I have a creme
it's like what did you want? Did you want me to go to the MILF Manor and get the spray? Like,
exactly, right?
Yeah, no, but I think like I get that. I completely get like, because of the fact that the guy was such a little bitch, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, yeah, this girl has every right to be mean as fuck to the guy.
Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah.
But like, hot take. I like my hentai where the women like it. Is that a hot take?
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I normally agree.
Yeah.
Because, normally if the girl doesn't like it, then it's fucking NTR or something, right? It's like the complete opposite.
Of course.
I feel this was closer to just emotionless sex, right?
Yeah.
I normally...
I guess, because like even emotionless sex, like it's not as, because there was an emotion. It's not quite in fact, there was a lot of emotion in this. It's just the complete opposite of emotion of what I am into.
It was disgust. It was disgust.
Yeah, which I don't really like in any context personally.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
I was surprised that I found it hot because I was just like, I ain't really like into that kind of stuff in real life.
No, me too. I hate that shit.
Yeah. I was like, it's like, to me, I'm like, I want to stay away from that stuff. I want a girl to be like in it with me. I want us to have a good time together. Which is why, I chose this hentai for this one category because it's the only hentai I've seen that is fully committed to just the girl being disgusted.
Okay, and so episode 2 and 3, it follows the same guy?
It follows the same guy.
But
It's a little
nurses.
bitch baby, but like the girls just get progressively more sadistic.
Yeah.
How does it get...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Can you even give me a Cliff Notes version of it?
I guess one of the first things is that, they obviously, for some reason, she gets transferred. And I was curious to see how it get worse. So that's why I continued watching.
Yeah.
And there's a girl who's clearly like a bit evil. She's laughing at him, calling him like a loser and shit.
Yeah.
And then she
Deserved.
She jacks him off, and then she takes a video of her doing it. And she's like, "Oh, if you don't start appreciating it, I'm gonna post this everywhere."
Oh shit!
And so in 6 hours, you better start groveling to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? What was you?
I just say like Morty's voice every time I picture that guy.
Oh,
Rick, please don't, Rick, please don't post it.
And then so she comes back, and he's like, "Oh, I know, I don't think I appreciate it. I just need to come." And then she's like, "All right, fine." And so she jacks him off, and then puts the excrement in his food. And then starts feeding it to him. But then he doesn't want to eat it. And then she's like, "All right, well, if you eat me, you can eat the food." And so she starts pouring it. It's gross. It's so nasty.
Yeah, I'm good, dog.
And then it kind of gets worse. And there's one point that really made me laugh. He kept going like, "I want the old nurse back. I want her back. She was cool. I feel so dumb." And she's like, "Oh, you want a bag? Oh, you want a bag? Fine." And then he takes him. He takes him to her locker, and she makes him. She's like jacking him off, and she's like, "You better nut all over her clothes." And I don't know why. And he fucking like a fucking turret, like a machine gun. She's like, and she's like getting it all over her clothes.
Reload.
Yeah, and then the nurse comes up. She's like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And then he's like, "Haha," and then she starts jacking him off on her. She's like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Collateral damage.
Yeah, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? It's so fucking dumb. But it keeps getting more sadistic, and then and
then the third nurse goes into like electroshock therapy.
God.
Yeah.
And it goes down that route. So it just gets it gets closer and closer, just like pure torture.
Just torture.
Yeah.
She puts a fleshlight on a power drill, and then just turns it and then turns it on his and it's just like it's like a cotton candy machine of nut.
Yeah.
It's just going, how cotton candy comes out? Like imagine that, but of a fleshlight just going everywhere.
It's like a banned moist critical contraption.
It's like it's so fucked.
Charlie is like, "Nah, this has gone too far even for me, man. Like get that out of here."
Christ.
She's just like the most unhinged, and it gets more and more like torture.
And then like the more episodes I watched, the more I was literally like, "Can we get the
the first nurse?
The first nurse.
Great.
The
like
first
she
nurse
actually treated him kind of great.
Yeah. I honestly like it was that third because like I said, I'm not really into this kind of stuff, but the first episode had that perfect balance.
You know why? You know why? Because when she said, "I'm one of the good nurses," I believed it.
Yeah.
She said, "I didn't even see the other nurse."
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? She has taken care of you. Maybe she didn't appreciate as much as she wanted, but I think she did her job.
Yeah,
she didn't torture you.
I think she didn't do.
Honestly, went above and beyond. Honestly,
she did. The fact that she like she did every request that he asked, even though he was a little bit of fucking bitch baby,
Just
in the
whining.
little whiny
Fucking
bitch
herbivore
baby.
boy.
Yeah, for absolute herbivore. Man. He's the herbivore that gets eaten by herbivores, man. Like, holy shit. And she put up with that shit and she just did her job. She was a professional from start to finish.
Yeah.
And okay, did she verbalize her? Was she
a little harsh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she verbalize her thoughts? Of course. She's definitely underpaid. And
Okay, maybe then episode 1 will awake me if I watch episode 2 and 3. and I look back at it retrospectively and being like,
A retrospective boner.
yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, that's all right.
And you know what? If there are any other anime that even like closely resemble how balanced this first episode is, kind of interested because I don't know. I'm like,
I thought it was really well done. the first
I
episode.
thought it was really well done. Piqued my interest, and I'm like, I can't really think of any other hentai like this.
Japan is really good at doing that and then just fucking it all up right away.
Oh, yeah.
And then just ruining it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that one. Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. I think this was the
One episode.
Yeah, I think the first episode is worth a watch. Second and third episode a little too
no, you don't
sadistic
gotta
for
watch
me. It loses that balance.